Alright, UvaldeRadio.net. We are live at Broadway 830 at 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. It is Friday Night Live. I'm out here in the front patio. That's the south side, which is completely different. It's throwing us off. It is St. Patty's Day. We are right there in the middle of like Main Street traffic. It is crazy, but live music is tonight. St. Patty's Day party at Broadway 830 for Friday Night Live. And our special guest this evening is Rayah Grace, all the way in from Houston. Let's go ahead and say hi, and then we're going to play a song real quick.
Hello, how are y'all doing?
Get closer to the mic as you can.
Closer, gotta get closer.
But I'm gonna try to lay off the mic because I have a booming voice apparently.
You're good. I'm quiet.
Rayah, how was traffic getting here?
It was awful.
Crazy, huh?
There's a lot of traffic today for sure.
But you got here earlier than you thought you would,
I did.
Huh? Yeah.
Probably like 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Well, we're glad you made it safe. We're gonna get into some of your music right now. You got your guitar in hand. Maybe you get a live performance live on the radio, and then of course the live show tonight from 7 to 10 at Broadway 830. So let's go ahead and do the big song we probably played the most in Nashville. That's your most recent single to radio, and then we'll get some live stuff and some other of your earlier hit songs as well. Okay, so y'all check it out. This is Rayah Grace. It's called In Nashville, and this is Friday Night Live on UvaldeRadio.net.
Woke up in Nashville, don't remember a thing. Here I am in Nashville with a shiny ring. Oh, I don't know how I'm getting home, but I'll be back by Monday. Let me find my keys, 'cause I wanna leave. No, I don't wanna stay. Wild nights and neon lights, one drink too many. Ups and downs and big loud crowds, I won't forget when we woke up in Nashville, don't remember a thing. Here I am in Nashville with a shiny ring. They call it Las Vegas, but I don't remember that kiss. I don't remember what happened the night before, but I bet I can tell you it wasn't a bore. Woke up in Nashville, don't remember a thing. Here I am in Nashville with a shiny ring. Woke up in Houston, remembering everything. Woke up in Houston, I'm so glad it's just a dream. Woke up in Nashville, don't remember a thing. Here I am in Nashville with a shiny ring. With a shiny
UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live at Broadway 830. We are live in beautiful downtown Uvalde with Rayah Grace. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm great, and yourself?
I'm great. Well, it's been super busy at Uvalde Radio, and I know you've been super busy. I saw your March calendar. It's stacking up good.
It is,
right?
very much so.
So we just had your song In Nashville, which is your most current release to radio. I'm sure you're working on some new stuff to get out too. But go ahead and give us, for those who are new to that song, give us the backstory on In Nashville. I know there's a fun story about it.
In Nashville, I went to Nashville Nashville a few years back, and I went into this bar. I had one drink, and it was actually water, and I ended up getting roofied.
Wow.
I do not remember anything that happened.
And I'm not laughing about the story. It's just your deadpan delivery.
It's
like you told the story a million times.
Yeah. So I ended up getting roofied. I don't remember anything that happened. I'm starting to slowly remember bits and pieces as the years go on, which is so weird. I'm like, maybe I don't know if I'm making stuff up.
As the trauma heals, the memories come back. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I remember I woke up in a hospital, and they're like, "Oh, you got roofied," and lost my car keys.
Did they really say it like that?
Well, not like that. Probably not like that. But yeah. So then I lost my car.
Nashville gonna do what Nashville gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they call it Nash Vegas for a reason, right? If you've ever seen the movie The Hangover, that was my Nashville trip in a nutshell.
Wow. So kind of based on that event, but taken a little further lyrically, right?
Yeah. Very much. So.
Oh, you didn't really, wake up married or anything, right?
No, I did not.
Well, it's a great song. You had some good success with that on Texas radio.
Absolutely.
So we're looking forward to your next release. Now, are there any plans for a new radio single, or is that still?
Yes, I am actually coming out with a new song. It'll probably be this year that it's going to come out, so I'm excited for it.
Now, I know you plan to do one for us live. Will that be the song you're going to perform?
It's not. The next one is a surprise.
All right. So we do have a live performance from Rayah Grace coming up very soon. We are here live at Broadway 830. If you're in Uvalde proper, you got time to come on downtown at 100 East Main Street and enjoy some delicious artisan pizza, cold craft beer, and they've got also green beers as well, too. I'm drinking a green Bud Light right now, and they've got some really cool drink specials. The $3 Lucky Charm, the $5 Drunken Leprechaun, and the $5 Gold Digger, which is kind of more of a golden color, but all in the spirit of St. Patty's Day. So normally, what do you do? How do you celebrate? First of all, you got any Irish in you?
I have no idea.
You don't know what you're
I could not. Who knows?
You're like me. I'm like a mule. I'm gonna just whatever. We'll mix everything.
I'm Rayah.
So normally, if you were doing a gig, what would you be doing on St. Patty's Day? Are you one of those people that goes out and drinks the beer and goes to parades and all that stuff?
I'm not. It's another day for me.
Just whatever happens.
It's actually my parents' anniversary today, so that's kind of what I usually celebrate.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's a lot of fun. Whoa, there's more green beers coming up.
More green
beers.
Oh,
you got a green beer with lime, which makes it even more green.
Exactly. You actually got green on your finger now because the dye.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna have green teeth
everywhere.
and lips and everything before it's all my tongue. It's gonna be crazy. But hey, man, it's St. Patty's Day. So interestingly enough, we talked about this. I spent most of my young adult life and some beyond that in North Texas, and here it's not Texas. St. Patty's Day, like you said, just another day. There's just not enough Irish down here to really, there's no official parties. Although they're having a pretty good night here at Broadway through. I think some people do enjoy the green beer, but we're all about Cinco de Mayo around these parts of Texas.
Even in Houston, that's what they're about.
For sure. There. Well, we're glad you made it out here for kind of our unofficial St. Patty's Day party for Friday Night Live. Again, there's green beer out here on tap. There is delicious pizza, and we've got Rayah Grace all the way here again. So we're going to see you pretty soon. Next weekend.
Next weekend, yeah.
The T3R Texas Regional Radio Music Awards. It's always a pleasure to see you out there and having a good time, right?
Absolutely.
So what are your plans as we make plans to go to Arlington for the biggest nights in Texas music? What are your plans?
I know I'm opening for September Moon on the 25th, so the day before. I'm not 100% sure the location again.
So we're doing this showcase. So I'm going to be out there hosting, and it's going to be at the Elm Street Saloon in Deep Ellum, which is the kind of one of the arts districts in Dallas, the music district in downtown Dallas, and it's going to be a good time. September Moon, who was actually nominated for Best New Band Duo of the Year.
Yes.
So they're a finalist at the awards.
Didn't they play last year at the T3?
They performed last year as well too, and they're again nominated this year, and they've got a brand new song as well that we've got on UvaldeRadio.net. So they're going to be playing, and then you'll be warming the stage for them as well too.
Yes,
so I think we're supposed to have a Laura Leonard, but we haven't talked recently, so I've got to confirm that. But that'll be next Saturday, March 25th. At the Elm Street Saloon in Deep Ellum. So we're excited to see you there. Yeah. And then what about Saturday is the actual Future Faces show. Sunday's Future Faces, and then Monday the awards. You're going to be out there for the long weekend, huh?
Yes, absolutely. All weekend.
So who are you looking forward to catching up with out there?
There's quite a few people. I feel like there's just too many to count. You know, you got Bree Bagwell, Kinfo, all those people out there.
Are we gonna do more Jello shots? Didn't we party it pretty hard with at the TCMAs?
The last time, yes.
Yeah, some Jello shots.
The
and stuff.
night before, yeah, we did. I don't know if I'm gonna go that hard this time.
No, and we have friends out there, you know, egging us on and
Actually,
whatnot.
Chuck Weimer's gonna be there again, and his wife.
He's already said he wants to do Jello shots.
Yeah.
So
well,
I don't know. Well, you know, you can be the designated driver.
Yeah,
Rayah, okay?
true. I might do that for
you
you
guys. Be the
guys.
babysitter, all right? That's
Okay.
cool. Well, we'll be in your safe, capable hands. It'll be good times. So again, we've got Rayah Grace here. She made it all the way in from Houston to be on the show and to perform live here in Uvalde. So tell me this: in your trip, because you made this trip to Uvalde a few times now.
A few times.
What's the highlight of the drive here, and then what's like the low light?
Well, today,
what do you love and hate about the trip? But yeah, obviously traffic sucks.
Today, traffic was probably the worst out of all the times that I've driven. A lot of times I've driven by myself, and I like to listen to podcasts and things like that. So this time I just jammed out to music and slept part of the way.
Is there any like landmarks or cities that are interesting that you drive through? You're like, oh, that's cool to see that, or any weird, you know, sometimes cities have these odd signs, or you know, any landmarks like that.
The only one I remember most of the time is driving through Hondo.
Oh, right,
like
right.
just because it has like the old time feel,
and they
like
got
on
that-
the right side.
The other ones have the God's Country sign
yeah,
too, right?
Yeah. Other than that, it's just straight, nothing there all the way.
Bunch of Texas highway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. Well, let's go and get another one of your songs on. You got your guitar in hand. We're going to get a live performance from you, too. We're going to do another song called Girl Crazy, which I believe was your very first single to radio.
Yes.
This is the one that started it all, right?
It is.
So give us a little background on Girl Crazy. It's another story, I'm sure, that's based on reality, right?
Yes. Well, you know, all women are not women. Men say that women are crazy, right? And I will 100% agree. Women are crazy. But, like, each woman has a different kind of crazy, and women have a different kind of crazy than men do. But everybody has a type of crazy, so that's why it says you got your crazy, I got mine, but that doesn't change anything, how I feel about that person that I was with at the time and all that. And then I met Mark Sebi at the Texas Country Music Awards that year. Mm-hmm. I think it was 2020, COVID time.
Wow, yeah.
So there was nobody there. My guitar player at the time, he said, hey, come outside. I'm like, I'm not going outside. It is cold. He's like, I'll give you my jacket. I was like, okay. So I sat out there, and a lot of the musicians from the awards were playing guitar out there, just sitting on a bench playing guitar.
That'd be kind of cool, yeah.
It was awesome. And so
I was there. How did I miss that? That's crazy.
So, well, I mean, I didn't even know you at the time.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
But so then I went out there, and they were passing the guitar around. My guitar player at the time, he grabbed the guitar, and I sang a Reba song, Fancy. And Mark told his person, he's like, hey, I want to listen to her. Hold on a minute. Let's finish this conversation after. And I did. And he walks up to me. He's like, who are you? I'm like, I'm Rayah Grace. And he's like, no, who are you? I was like, Rayah Grace? Like, what do you want to know? I'm Rayah Grace. And so then we got in contact, and he helped me get my first single out to radio. And
you know,
so.
as many times as we've talked, I didn't know that was the story that where you and Mark actually linked up. That's kind of cool. Look at Mark being like a talent scout, recruiter, A&R guy out there, really working, hustling. That's good stuff. So very cool. We're looking forward to getting new stuff from you. But meanwhile, let's go and do that song again. This is Rayah Grace. You can see her live performing tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. at Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. If you need details, go to Broadway830.com or find the events page at UvaldeRadio.net and check it out. Girl Crazy, Rayah Grace on UvaldeRadio.net.
You came to pick me up. I wasn't home. My friend was all upset. She couldn't be alone. We were at the bar because she saw her ex. We had to drink. I didn't get your text. I'm late, but here I am. Honey, don't be mad. It's just a change of plans. So kiss me, baby. Don't you roll your eyes. You've got your crazy, I've got mine. Don't you ever change me. Sometimes I'm a little girl crazy.
UvaldeRadio.net. We are doing Friday Night Live at Broadway, 830 100 East Main Street in downtown Uvalde, a showcase of the rising stars of Texas music, mostly Texas country. Every now and again we throw in some rock or some Americana in there. And we have got Rayah Grace. We just heard her debut single called Girl Crazy. And she does, you kind of live in the Texas country thing, but you do some rock and pop. You're a pretty versatile young lady. Let's go ahead and before we get a live performance out of you, for those who are, we've talked to you several times over the last couple of years, but for those who are listening for the very first time, tell us about your musical background. How'd you get into music, and how's the pursuit been so far, and where do you feel like you're going?
So I got started in music at a young age. I started choir in like second grade, and I took clarinet in middle school.
It's like the worst. That's the worst instrument ever.
Okay, well, so I was super, super small, so I wanted to play saxophone really badly, but I was so small I couldn't fit my fingers around the saxophone, so I was stuck with the clarinet, and I was like, okay, this is what I'm
things you don't think about, I guess.
Yeah, so
crazy.
like I only did that for like 2 years.
But it's so reedy and squeaky, and those clarinets. Yeah. Okay, now a great clarinet player can sound great. Yeah. But a bad clarinet player,
like a middle school clarinet player,
the worst. But like you can get any brass instrument, and if you're kind of, excuse my French, half-ass, it can sound okay because there's a warmth to the overall sound of it. Yeah. But clarinets, there's just no escaping. It just sounds bad, right? Yeah. So how did you do? I mean, did you enjoy it overall? Or were you like, let's just say my style, cramp up my style?
Well, like I think my last year of middle school, they said, okay, you have to choose between advanced choir and regular band. I was like, I'm going to advanced choir 100%. So I did advanced choir. Then I took private voice lessons for 5 years to do opera. Picked up a guitar when I was 16. I lived in Idaho at the time, and then I moved down here a little over 5 years now. And I got started in the Texas country music scene probably 4 years ago. So a year after I moved here, and it's just blossomed since then. I don't know where I'm gonna go because I didn't know I'd go this far, so I couldn't tell you. I'm just kind of here for the ride, and I just want to play music.
How has that operatic training, that kind of study helped you in what you're doing now, country? And is it hard to keep those chops up with that kind of range? Do you manage to keep your range still intact and whatnot?
So I practice a lot, and I do warm-ups and everything. I actually used to teach at the School of Rock, which helped me as well.
Cool.
And as far as transferring that to country, I had to unlearn a lot of stuff that I knew from opera, the vibrato and stuff like that. But at the same time, I have that wide vocal range. I can hold notes a lot longer. It's really helped me, and I feel like if I didn't have that training, I would be in a whole different spot than I am now.
So you got to pick and choose out of your bag of tricks, I guess, right?
Yeah,
if needed.
My very first producer that did one of my songs, he taught me how to control that vibrato, and so now I can, and that's really helped out a lot.
Very, very good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into a live performance. Since we've been talking about your range and whatnot, we're gonna let you dazzle us with that singing voice. Hey guys, we're gonna go live on the radio with Rayah Grace. Gonna do a live performance. Hey, whose birthday is it over there, guys?
Stormy's on it.
So who?
Stormy,
happy birthday! You're on the radio. Say happy birthday to Stormy, guys. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday.
We're going to do some live music on the radio. Y'all enjoy. She's going to be performing live tonight from 7 to 10. And let's go ahead and take it away. Rayah Grace, live. Tell us what you're going to do.
This song, they call it my Taylor Swift song, but...
T-Swift!
It's the only song that
She's not going to play Taylor Swift.
I'm not.
She's not. It's her song.
Yeah, because it's the only song I've ever written about a specific guy. So I'm going to sing it now.
All right, Rayah Grace live at Broadway 830. This is UvaldeRadio.net.
I see that truck drive by slow, breaking my neck, peeking through the window to see if it's you. When I hear your name called out loud, but a different guy shows up from the crowd, what can I do? I want you off my mind, wish I didn't love you from the start. I want you off my mind and off my heart. I texted you, but you didn't respond. I think about where did I go wrong every day. We were perfect, no regrets. Then you texted me, I wonder what you said. What will I say? I want you off my mind and off my heart. Every day without you's tearing me apart. Won't write a song to feed your ego, but I think there is just one thing you should know. I wish I didn't love you from the start. I want you off my mind and off my heart. I want you off my mind and off my heart. Every day without just tearing me apart. Won't write a song to feed your ego. But wait, I got you off my mind and off my heart. Every day without you's a brand new start. Won't write a song to feed my ego, but I think there is just one thing I should know. I never loved you from the start. I got you off my mind and off my heart.
Alrighty, I'll give it up. Rayah Grace live at Broadway 830. And she'll be performing tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. right here on the front, I guess, the south patio. But, man, great song. It really was really kind of reminiscent of a little T-Swift there, you know? Very good. That's good stuff. You even had that little break where you kind of sang like she does. That's crazy. So let's talk about your musical influences. Do you listen to a lot of Taylor Swift? Or
I don't. So they call it my Taylor Swift because, you know, Taylor Swift writes about all the guys.
Right,
and that's
right.
the only song that I have that's about a specific guy. And so they're like, oh, you're going to turn into the next Taylor Swift.
But
I'm
I think
like,
it is.
no.
But it does have that kind of Taylor, that cutesiness too, that
Yeah.
she's kind of guilty of as well too.
Yeah.
But
So-
which is, I think it's a great turn for what you've done. Some of your stuff is a little more, I don't want to say melancholy, but it's a little bit more short, serious tone.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a fun little poppy number. I'm looking forward to
Absolutely.
see how that's going to sound recorded. So you do have new stuff, and you kind of tease that
Yes.
you do have a new radio single coming up soon.
Yes, I do.
We're going to talk about that, but right now I'll give you a chance to rest your vocal cords. We'll go into your cover song. We'll go and do that. Okay, we got a recording of you performing the classic from Dolly Parton, Jolene. So let's check that out right now. And again, Rayah Grace live tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. on the patio, which is coming up in just a few. And we are UvaldeRadio.net.
Please don't take him let's talk with you. My happiness depends on you. Whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him even though you can. Jolene.
UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live, Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. A weekly musical showcase where we feature the rising stars of Texas music. Mostly Texas country. Sometimes it's rock, sometimes Americana. Every now and again we get like some rap star. Just kidding. That never happens. But if it was going to happen, it'd be coming out of Houston, so I don't know. Ray, you going to do any rapping for us tonight?
I'm not. No, I sound like a
I know you get
hillbilly.
a little jiggy with it sometimes, though.
I cannot rap to save my life.
Well, that would make Dolly Parton proud. We just did your cover of Jolene by Dolly, and so give us an example of some of the stuff. If someone's never seen you do a live set, what you're going to perform tonight here at Broadway 830.
I do a number of different things. I range from Jody Messina all the way to the Cranberries. So like,
you got to do the Cranberries. I love that.
I'll do the Cranberries.
All right.
I'll do the Cranberries. Yes.
All right. So some cover stuff, some of your original stuff as well
absolutely.
too.
And I'm actually going to do my new original that's going to come out this year. So you guys got to come out so that
let's
you
talk
hear
about
it.
that. Let's talk about the song that's going to be coming to radio later this year. When's the ETA? Do you have it exactly? And is it recording or is that still in progress?
It's in the progress right now. So it's a song that I had a lot of help with, and I have a lot of tattoos. I have 19 tattoos.
Wow.
Yes, but each one of mine have meaning. Every single one of mine has meaning. And so I wrote a song about my tattoos because a lot of people these days, they do have tattoos and they do have meaning, whether that's a drunken night and they decided to randomly get a tattoo. But it's about, like the memories. That's what tattoos stand for, is those memories, whether they're good, bad, and different. So that's what the song's about. It's probably the only like super meaningful song that I have, but it means a lot to me.
Now, what is it? What's the title of it?
Just Another Tattoo.
Just Another Tattoo. And when can you realistically expect this to be out to radio or
probably
on streaming?
End of summer. Yeah.
End of summer. Very cool.
Summer, yeah.
So what has been, I know you've probably got an inner circle of, whether it's management or family and friends or record, producers, etc. What's been the response so far? Is the energy feeling pretty good about this tune?
Oh, 100%. Every person that I play this for, they're like, you need to put that out. You need to put that out. So I've had this song for a while, and I'm just kind of like, nobody's gonna really like it because it's about me and like it's my stuff. But like, even I was playing with a couple musicians out in Houston, and I was like, yeah, so like this is my new song, and they were like, that is a good
it sounds
song.
like the makings of like a signature song. Like most artists that are or something, they have that song that's kind of like self-defining, and it sounds like it'd be something like that.
See, that's the thing, is I didn't think that song would be it, because I was like, that's just me, that's my story, and that's
exactly why it is.
It's just something that I wanted to write for me and not anybody else. So.
Well, we're excited to hear whenever it comes out, and dang you for not doing it live for us tonight, but it's
I'm
okay.
gonna do it tonight. yes, I'm gonna play it live.
Very
just
good. I'm gonna get a bootleg copy. I'm gonna get a bootleg up on that real quick. Okay, so again, we've got Rayah Grace. She made it all the way in from Houston to play here tonight, Friday Night Live at Broadway 830 in beautiful downtown Uvalde. So it has been a beautiful night, considering it was supposed to be rainy and nasty.
Yes.
You really couldn't ask for a better evening to be in downtown
It's
Uvalde.
a great temperature, everything. Got
come
the
on
heat
out
out here.
Yeah. So go out here for some great live music, delicious food. We got green beers are flowing. There's birthday parties happening. happening St. Patty's Day festivities, and wear your green, otherwise we're going to pinch you. And again, another reminder that Rayah Grace will be performing at, I'm kind of doing a little showcase in Deep Ellum next Saturday, back to my stomping grounds in Dallas. So at the Elm Street Bar, that is a kind of a country bar in Deep Ellum, the downtown district in Dallas. We're going to have September Moon from Arlington, Rayah Grace performing, and details will be on UvaldeRadio.net. But just going out to Deep Ellum Saturday night, if you're in the area for the Texas Regional Radio Music Awards. We will see you next week at the awards.
Yes,
We're going to have a good time out there. Before we do one final song for you, we're going to do your song Desire. Give us information about your website, future plans. Are there any other upcoming gigs you're talking about?
Yes, I'm actually playing the Houston Rodeo on Sunday.
Nice.
I'm so excited because that's a big deal for me.
It's a very big deal, yeah.
When they emailed me that they're like, hey, you're going to play the Houston Rodeo, I was like, I'm doing what now?
Now, are you playing solo or the full band?
Solo.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm doing it in the beer garden on Sunday, so I'm super excited about it.
Now, we'll go back to your shows in a minute, but where are you on the band front? I know you had a band, and then things change and whatnot.
So I'm slowly starting to get a band back together because I'm getting a lot of requests to play full band.
Yeah.
The reason that I kind of slowly got off of that was because I wasn't getting very many requests to play full band, but now I am, so I'm going to start getting that band back together. So if you're in the Houston area, looking for players.
So speaking of Houston, where are kind of your regular haunts that somebody can find you normally playing in your own area? Any regular spots?
Not really regular.
Right.
I play all over.
Oh,
I go all the way from Galveston up to Livingston, so I don't range in one specific area.
All right.
I like to travel.
So go to the website, find the calendar, right? So give us all the socials and website.
Yeah, so you can find me at Rayah Grace Music, and that's RAYAH GraceMusic.com, or Rayah Grace on Facebook and Rayah Grace Music on Instagram.
Well, we've had a great time hanging out with you again, and can't wait to see you again next weekend when we spend even more time. It'll be a good time. But we'll wrap it up after this one last song. Tell us about the song Desire.
Desire was the first one I ever recorded, and it's not country at all. And I don't know. It started out as a hip hop song because my ex, he was like a hip hop person, and he had a producer who was a hip hop producer, and he's like, you should do it like this, and I'm like, eh. So then I was like, no. So then I took it to the new producer, and he's like, no, this sounds more jazzy. So I was like, I love it. So then when I recorded it, he turned down the lights, and he's like, imagine you're in like a 1920s, like, what are those called?
Just like a lounge, like a jazz bar kind of thing?
Yeah, like have a scotch and a cigar, and like you're up on the stage with the old school mic. He turned off the lights, and first take, that's what I got.
Very cool. Well, this is just another example of your range.
Yeah,
very
exactly.
cool. So y'all check this out as we get ready to wrap it up here. This is Rayah Grace with Desire, and this is UvaldeRadio.net.
Temptation, so bring on the heat.
UvaldeRadio.net, Friday Night Live. We are live at Broadway 830, getting ready to wrap up our broadcast. Thanks to special guest Rayah Grace. Oh, make some noise for Rayah Grace out here, performing live in just a few minutes here at Broadway 830 from 7 to 10 p.m. We just heard her song called Desire, a little something different, but that's what we do here on Friday Night Live. Next week, on March 24th, we have got Jeff Jacobs coming in from San Antonio. The week after that, on Friday, March 31st, we've got James Garland coming all the way out from Conroe, I believe is where he's from. So it'll be a great time. Friday Night Live every Friday. Live interview in the 6 p.m. hour, and then live music from 7 to 10 p.m. Find the full schedule on the events page at UvaldeRadio.net. Also, shout out to all of you guys who are heading out to Frio River Music Fest. William Beckman performing along with Charlie Robison, and Corey is out there holding down that fort and hosting the meet and greet. So y'all be safe if you're making the trip out to Concan tonight. My name is Robert Miguel. I will see you on the air Monday morning, and we'll see you live here tonight, Friday Night Live, Broadway 830. It's St. Patty's Day. Come out, have a green beer, some delicious pizza, and great live music by Rayah Grace. That wraps it up here on UvaldeRadio.net.